All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Okay, ready, 57, Mike 57. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on third down. King. He hits White. Complete. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 36.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check 45 tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Delta. Here we go again. Check 52. 80 weapon. On the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Gator. Here we go. Here we go. Bravo.
2nd and 13. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
You draw quarters. Mike, 44. Ready to go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carroll. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Let's go now. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Ricky. Hey, check Mike 45. Step.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's man. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, come on. Focus, defense, focus. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. This is White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
King on first down. That's complete to White. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5. And the catch made. It's Patton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carroll. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
90 Wolf.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
45.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carroll, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. I got it. Check 59.
Now King on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. King. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
45's the mic. I'm coming. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Ready?
A final shot before break. Carroll. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic.
A final shot before break. Carroll. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
45 to Mike. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block.
To throw on second down, Carroll. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in...
And he coughed it up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's 2nd and 8. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to break.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 11. This one complete to Patton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yes.
45. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 45's the mic. Time to go night-night.
Hey, wahoo!
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Bring it.
Looking to throw. Carroll trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Lee Griffin.
Throwing again. Carroll. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Check pass. 44, Mike, 42.
On 3rd down, Carroll eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
45, Mike, 45. Watch the curl, Hey, Delta. 45.
Throwing on first down. Carroll. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Broncos push further out in front. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Caught outright by Patton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
On 3rd and 2, Carroll. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. To throw is King, operating from the gun. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Bandit. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, he'll drop the throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check that.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Get off the field.
Operating from the gun, Carroll. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Carroll. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Ready?
The mic. Check. 45 the mic. Here we go.
Hey, exit. 2.
Back to throw. Carroll. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
45 the mic. 45 the mic.
To throw on 3rd down. Carroll, complete. It's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st and 10, Carroll. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Carroll. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Yo, hit it.
They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to throw. King got his man complete over the middle. That's Bates. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance,
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Second down and inches. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Carroll flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
I'm here all day.
Smith.
44, Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Here we go.
Hey!
Mike Spoke. Hey, here I come.
Mike!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Patton.